everybody, and thank you for joining my channel. This is Chrystal Lynn, and I'm really excited about today's video because this is going to be somebody's sister that we all know and love. So I got this email the other day, and most of you guys who've been watching me know that throughout the summer, I was doing a special giving away a weekly winner, taking your natal chart, your birth date, picking out of a hat, those of you who have subscribed and commented below. And I've done readings, so if you guys want to check those out in my channel, you can be able to find an example of what those are. So today, I'm going to do a sample of my readings, talking a little bit about how to follow the transits. I got an email a couple weeks ago from Alyssa Sharpe's sister, and she saw that I did a video for Alyssa, a little reading on her chart that's on her channel, and she wanted one too. So you know how it is with sisters, with siblings. One can't have it if the other one can't have it. So I wanted to give Jane Scarlett, who's born on October 31st, 1989, a little special chart reading so that she can have one too. I also, throughout this video, am going to be talking a little bit about the relationship between Alyssa and Jane. Those of you who follow Alyssa know that her family is coming back into her life. Her sister's moving in. She's had a baby. By the way, you've done a beautiful job of sharing your love of your child with us. So that has just been so awesome. And here you've got your sister coming back into the picture. So for those of you who know, what makes this sibling relationship special, and what little bit of advice can I give you guys to keep it growing and making it the most powerful it can be. So hopefully I'll be able to cover a few things. So let's start out, Jane, with taking a look at your chart and what is going on for you right now. Well, we know if you're born on October 31st, you are a Scorpio. You also have Mercury in Scorpio. Okay, so that makes you that eagle eye. We know, we've heard a lot about stuff about Scorpios, but the great thing about Scorpios is that they have the ability to see the undercurrent in life, to know what's going on behind the surface, to read people's intentions. They're not as trusting. They've got that guard that protects them because their heart is so passionate and incredible and intense, and you just can't give that to anybody. Whoever holds the key to your heart, you have to trust. You have to have loyalty. You have to have intimacy. And so I always say it's better to wait and develop that than to take less. So because you already know what you have inside of you, and you're very passionate, and that is awesome. Now, in the email, you did mention that you love music and that you are pursuing a music career, and I think that's fantastic. It's really cool because you and Alyssa share much of the same life path. Now, even though your life path is very similar, there are some differences. And when I'm talking about relationships, especially siblings, I believe, let's just go with siblings right now, with sisters. If you have a sister, even one, if you can get one out of it, and you have a sister that you can trust, that wants the best for you, that would do anything to help you be successful, then you have the greatest jewels of life. Because it's very hard to find. And you and Alyssa have the most beautiful chart to really encourage one another and spur one another on, and to be the balancing act for each other a little bit. So how cool is that? We see that your moon and Venus is in Sagittarius. So you not only see the underneath parts of life, the truth of life, the deep subjects of life, you also have a far vision, far away. You see foreign cultures. You want to travel. You want to get out, get a little cagey. So you're a little bit more restless. now Alyssa with Moon in Taurus, she's going to be more wanting that home, that stability, knowing what's happening every day. So as a relationship, you guys are going to be working on that. That one of you wants to go be doing something, the other one of you and the other one might be more stable and want things a certain way. Also, with having this Sagittarius in your chart, you see the big vision of what you want, but the little minute details along the way are, sometimes just too much to think about. You know how you want to get there. You generally know what it takes to do it, and you'll figure it out as you go. But just talking again about relationships, and now you have an older sister that with Venus and Mars in Virgo has the ability to think about the little details and not let you forget the little things you need to do to make things work. Now, a lot of times we get agitated with somebody that's pointing out those things or poking holes in our big plan because they want, to see how every step's going to work. And it can be frustrating. We just want to think of the big picture. But how cool as sisters, especially that you're both going into a public arena, and you both are very gifted to be in a public arena, to be sharing your message. So how cool is it to have somebody that can help you with the details? And yet at the same time, you can jump out there in a minute. So you're going to be pushing Alyssa to get out there more, out in the, making changes, making plans. So that's exciting. Now, let's take a look at a couple of differences here. Let's see. Now, you have Jupiter in Cancer retrograde. So that tells me a little bit about you. That tells me that you're very nurturing. That tells me that you might, you love those family environments. You love the cooking. If you were an Italian woman, you might be the Italian mama in the kitchen. You care very much about your family and your home and those things that are important to you. You also can do very, very well in the public. You know how to nurture people around you. And so that's a really, really awesome quality. Right now, Jupiter is in Cancer. So when we look up into the sky, we see that Jupiter is actually in Cancer retrograde right now. You are having your Jupiter return as we speak. So starting in June, all the way to this coming June, when it transitions into Leo, this is your year. This is your year, and it highlights moving, because Cancer represents that home. So it highlights you creating a home right now, creating a home base, creating a sanctuary, creating a place of safety. And you found that with your sister. How exciting is that? How encouraging is that? And how encouraging is it going to be for you to be there for her right now while she's trying to manage a new baby and realizing, you can't even have a thought for more than 3 seconds. And so you're coming in to encourage her as well. And you have that nurturing side. Now, your ascendant's in Aquarius. So whenever I look at Aquarius, I see the first thing I think about is Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and some say Saturn, but Uranus is kind of that unique, sudden, stubborn, rebellious planet. And when we look at Aquarius, we see somebody that really knows themselves. They're really clear about what they want. They are very tapped into the high vibrations around them. You will be the person that hears the humming in the refrigerator, from the refrigerator, when nobody else does. Sensitive to smells, sensitive to all those little things, anything in the environment that changes. And that's why we say it rules the airwaves. So you've got to tap on the collective, on humanity, on the people around you. You feel the vibration. You know when things change. This will be excellent for your writing as a musician because you'll be able to tap into what people want to hear. You've got a healing side to you, having all of this Scorpio influence and Jupiter in Cancer. You are a healer. You've got those healing qualities. So you want to use that through your music. You want to touch people. You want to touch them in a special place. And again, you're the front runner. Now, it's interesting because you are close to the cusp of Aquarius, Pisces, ascendant. I always look at that because I definitely think that means you will share some of those qualities of that Pisces ascendant. But you're on the Aquarius side, so you've got that going for you. But you will be able to understand and connect in an intuitive way as well. So you've got a lot of intuitive abilities, and it's how to use those to create an art, to create a healing agent out to the world, which would be through your music. And when you look at musicians, you see that they speak from their hearts. You've got a lot of heart to work from here. I also see the 6th house is in Cancer. 5th and 6th house is in Cancer. So again, Jupiter's in Cancer right now. Jupiter's Santa Claus. He's the big good luck planet, and he wants to bring and expand those things that are the most important to you in your life. And it's ruling how people are seeing you in the world. It's ruling your work. So, you're real activated and real focused to try to get your life together, which makes sense from what I hear you're doing. The main thing that I would take a look at is your 11th and 12th house are in Capricorn. You also have Saturn, Uranus, Neptune in Capricorn. Okay, so that's the money planet. That's the working planet. And it's really interesting because this generation that I keep seeing, this triple Capricorn in Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, you guys are the ones who are going to set and establish a whole new platform for the next generation to really make money. And it'll be unique with the Aquarius. It'll be inventive. It'll be different. And it's what you guys are doing through the internet, creating this ability to communicate through videos, through music, through pictures, through Follow My Life. You guys have something to follow, and people are learning from you, and you have those gifts as well. So, it's so important to use that. You also have Mars right now that's just moved into Libra on December 7th, and this will be highlighting and igniting Mars in Libra that's in your natal chart. And this is your work. This is your ambition. This is where your beautiful music comes from. Libra is the most beautiful harmonic music comes from Venus. So you see your top singers, have a lot of Libra and Taurus in their charts. And you have it. You want harmony. Even though you have other intense, passionate planets that drive you, at the heart of things, you want everything to be fair. You want everybody to be happy. You want everybody to feel good. You really care about that. And this is your time to take that energy and the things that you care about and pour yourself into it right now, the next 8 months. It's like you've got the green light, the rainbow has gone over and the pot of gold is at the end. And then we're going to move into Mars and Scorpio this summer, which will highlight your communication. So you're going to be feeling really assertive, maybe more assertive than you've ever felt before. Maybe you even feel like everything that comes out of your mouth is more aggressive than you really mean it. But that's because you have a lot of energy. And I was talking about this with Pluto and Capricorn right now. We're getting ready to head into Capricorn territory. So Capricorn territory, right now, it's starting to line up. Venus has gone retrograde in Capricorn. On New Year's Day, we're going to have the Sun, the Moon, the new Moon, and Mercury in Capricorn, and Venus in Capricorn retrograde. And we've got all this energy. It's asking you to build that new foundation, to lay it out. If now there's a year more than ever to sit down and make a game plan, it's right now. And I love that you have the support of your sister. I see that you guys have an awesome, loving relationship. You both are coming into this with huge power planets, huge gifts, huge qualities. The secret is to be grateful about the differences. And, you know, sometimes we look at someone else and we think, wow, it looks really easy for them, maybe this area, and it's really hard for me. Well, that's how it's set up. It's set up that way so we need each other. And we both bring different things to the table. So you guys have so much to bring to the table right now. I just say keep going. You know, don't stress. That Plutonic Capricorn, that energy coming through Pluto and Capricorn right now can create anxiety, can create stress, can create obsession in your thinking, because it's so much power to get you to change. It's like you're getting a gift right now of, you know, this huge gift, and it's kind of like, a genie in the bottle. Make your wishes, but you have to know how to use the power. You have to know how to use the power. So I just encourage you to go for it. Everything that's in your heart, you already know. You've seen the vision. You've got the support. You've got this awesome family coming around you, and Alyssa. So you guys have the support to totally springboard out there. Just remember, though, it's timing. Everything has its time, and we get frustrated when things don't happen quick enough, but we're not always ready for the next step. You know, it's like, there's a reason that everything goes in these seasons and cycles so that we can continue to grow and be prepared. So I hope that was helpful. This is just a little taste of it. With Saturn and Scorpio, I'll leave you that. We know that Saturn is in Scorpio until December of 2014, next year. You should be through the worst of it. You've really already had that in your life. You probably already had last October, November, December, a lot of radical changes of 2013. I'm sorry, 2012. So you've made it through this year. You're already crossing the bridge to your new life. You're establishing things. You've got the power. You've got the energy. You've got the adventure. And go. Just go for it. With Libra in the 8th house, that's another thing I'm looking at. Wow. That just continues to give you the power at the deepest part of your life, and the intimate and close relationships may change now. You're already lining up to be around people that you're comfortable with, you can trust, and you feel safe with. So just continue that pattern, and don't be afraid. Sometimes things get removed out of our lives because we're outgrowing it, and we need to move into the next stage, and then the right people will come into your life. So you may have a lot of interesting people the next 8 months coming into your life, and this is really shaking you up and getting you out there. So good luck, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do with it. And as soon as you get your music out there, send me a link, and I'll put it on my like page, Cowgirl Astrologer. So I'd love to be supportive of you guys. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do. Bye.